These aren't just the lush green expanse of a small village in Maharashtra, but a success story. Like so many villages in India, people here sow their hopes and dreams into their fields. But the field of this village yield more happiness than others.
मी शोभा, या गावाची सून, आणि ही माझी छोटीशी दुनिया. आज माझ्याकडे परमेश्वराने दिलेलं सगळं काही सुख आहे. पण पूर्वी असं नव्हतं. आमच्याकडे थोडीशी जमीन आहे. आम्ही मेहनतही खूप करायचो, पण पिकं फक्त खरीपाच्या हंगामातच यायची. आमचे स्वप्न खूप मोठे होते, पण आमच्याकडे पैसा नव्हता. पण आज परिस्थिती सगळी बदलली आहे. पैसा आला, त्यामुळे समाजामध्ये आम्हाला मानाचं स्थान मिळालं. आणि या सगळ्या गोष्टींमुळे आम्ही सगळेजण खूप खुश आहे.
In every story, happiness is always preceded by hardships, sadness. For Shobha and the people of Daregaon, it wasn't different. The most important element for a lush green life was running low, water. But one day, few people came to the village and they brought something that each and every person in Daregaon so desperately needed: hope. The hope came from an idea called watershed.
वाटरशेड में बेसिकली दो कंसेप्ट है. एक तो रिज टू वैली. रिज इसका मतलब है पहाड़ी एरिया जितना भी है, पहाड़ी एरिया का जो जिसको हम टोक कहते हैं, जहाँ से पानी बहता है उस पोर्शन कहेंगे हम रिज. और जो निचला वाला एरिया है उसको कहेंगे हम वैली. तो वैली में बेसिकली एग्रीकल्चर लैंड होता है और रिज पे अफॉरेस्टेशन होता है.
The idea was simple, but it needed every helping hand that was available. It needed the passion and trust of an entire village. For the success of this project, it was important to make the people believe in it, which wasn't difficult as they all wanted things to change. All they needed to do was build trenches on the hills that surround the village. The idea was to channelize rainwater through these trenches, and to collect all the water, check dams had to be built.
पहिलं गाव असं होतं, वॉटरशेडच्या अगोदर आम्हाला 12 महिने पाणी पुरत नव्हतं. वॉटरशेड आमच्या गावात आल्यापासून जवळपास आता आमचं वॉटरशेड गावात येऊन 5 वर्षे संपली. वॉटरशेडमुळे आमची अशी प्रगती झाली, आम्हाला आता ही जी आमची गहू आहे ह्या गावाला सुद्धा आम्हाला पाणी पुरत नव्हतं वॉटरशेडच्या अगोदर. वॉटरशेड आल्यापासून आमची गहू निघायला लागले. जवळपास 9 ते 10 महिने आम्हाला पाणी शेतीला पुरायला लागलं. वॉटरशेड आल्यामुळे आमचा हा फायदा झाला. डोंगरामध्ये चर घेतले, सिमेंटी नाला बांध केले, त्याच्यामुळे जागोजागी पाणी अडलं गेलं.
Today, the people of the village don't need to look up at the sky and pray. They have all the water they need to have a yield all year round. And not just a good yield, but much better life as well. Today, villages like Daregaon dream big because various non-profit organizations are coming forward to make change happen. Various rural financial institutions are extending every rupee of support that they can. And above all, there is one institution that equips them with the knowledge and power to make change happen.
There are changes in the rural banking system, primarily coming from greater expectations for financial services, need for financial inclusion, and also on account of sharper regulatory focus. This requires regular updation of their capacities by offering courses for capacity upgradation and by offering policy research, hand-holding in the form of consultancies. BIRD is a unique institution offering all these three, and this is being offered to banking professionals, to government officials and non-governmental NGOs.
हम लोग का जो डिपार्टमेंट है लैंड डेवलपमेंट और वाटर रिसोर्सेज का, वो उत्तर प्रदेश में सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रोग्राम एक इंटीग्रेटेड वाटरशेड मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम का है जिसे इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहा है। ये एक फ्लैगशिप प्रोग्राम है और इस प्रोग्राम में हम लोगों का बर्ड के साथ एक बहुत अच्छा कोऑर्डिनेशन है। और सबसे पहले जो हम लोगों के लोग इसमें काम करते हैं, चाहे वो भूमि संरक्षण अधिकारी हों या टेक्निकल एक्सपर्ट्स हों, उनकी बर्ड में ट्रेनिंग और एक्सपोजर विजिट्स वाटरशेड के बारे में एक बहुत अच्छा रोल प्ले कर रहा है। सब लोग जानते हैं कि वाटरशेड मैनेजमेंट का कॉन्सेप्ट और इसमें वाडी वगैरह और जितने भी नए कंपोनेंट्स हैं, इनमें नाबार्ड का और बर्ड का एक बहुत बड़ा रोल रहा है। हम लोग बर्ड के साथ और गहनता के साथ और एक्सटेंसिवली इसमें इंगेज करना चाहेंगे ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फार्मर्स को, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हमारे जो ऑफिसर्स हैं उनको एक्सपर्टीज़ मिल सके वाटरशेड मैनेजमेंट के काम के लिए।
The Bankers Institute for Rural Development, or BIRD. BIRD isn't just an apex level training institution, but a learning center that has contributed to the upliftment of agriculture and rural development banking in India. Promoted by the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD, BIRD came into existence in 1983 to provide capacity building to the client institutions working in agriculture and rural development. Since its inception, it has worked to build a competence among the people. It does so through various training programs to meet the needs of its client institutions through a process of consultation. And the client list includes almost all commercial banks, regional rural banks, and cooperative banks, government departments, voluntary organizations, and other stakeholders, including clients from abroad.
Bankers Institute of Rural Development is a premier institution in the area of training for rural credit and rural banking. They are also training NGOs, they are also in the consultancy services, and I think it has a beautiful campus, very rich library and learned faculty of course.
BIRD is a national level training institute for providing training to rural and semi-urban officers. Those officers who are posted in rural and semi-urban areas, either first time or they have been for quite some time, to impart necessary skills to them and the knowledge to them so that they have a different attitude for serving the rural and semi-urban area.
Bankers Institute of Rural Development, as the name itself speaks, it is an organization for providing training to the people who are involved in implementing the rural development programs. They may be bankers, they may be self-help groups, they may be cooperative bankers, whatever may be, or RRBs, personnel from RRBs. For the last so many years since its inception, its efforts in this direction has been commendable.
Over the period, I have seen BIRD as a vibrant center for policy formulation, capacity building, and also incubator of new ideas. The main role which BIRD Lucknow has played is to bring out the policies in the rural development area, develop products, and percolate them down to the operating functionaries across the country. The stakeholders of rural development, whether it is government department, whether it is RRBs, commercial bankers or cooperative banks, have been major players in the initiative taken by BIRD Lucknow.
BIRD set up its first campus in Lucknow to deliver various trainings, and since then it has grown to become one of India's finest learning centers and branched out into two other centers in Mangalore and Bolpur. Each year, the calendar is marked with various training programs, both classroom and on locations. The programs are attended by officials from various financial and non-profit institutions. From the time the officials arrive till the time they go, the bird campuses take care of all their needs. Be it a book, a cuisine, entertainment or sports, the officials just have to ask for it. Through these 3 world-class campuses, BIRD provides consultancy services to banks, government bodies, international agencies and others in the fields relating to agriculture and rural development.
Actually, it was started as a regional training center by NABARD in Mangalore way back. And now as a part of the BIRD Lucknow, this center in Mangalore is covering southern states along with Maharashtra and Gujarat. Here in a year about 110 programs we are conducting, covering a variety of subjects, about 40 teams in a year. And the participants are from all establishments like commercial banks, RRBs and cooperatives.
I have been associated with this institute for the last 14 years since I joined my job as a trainer. So we have learned a lot of new things about training. So we are able to put in a place the systematic approach to training at our place. We are able to conduct structured training need assessment of our client organizations, designing of training program and delivery of training program and evaluation of training program is done on a professional way in our institutes.
5 years as a member of faculty in BIRD has been the best part of my career. Long career spanning 37 years. I can vouch for the high standards maintained by BIRD in the various training programs conducted by it, the consultancy provided by it, the researches undertaken by it, the seminars, the workshops, the national and international events conducted by BIRD. Situated in the historic city of Lucknow, with its sprawling lush green campus, its beautiful hostels, state-of-the-art classrooms, conference halls, discussion rooms, health clubs, excellent food, the walkways. BIRD is definitely the best experiential learning center in the country.
Cooperatives in India have the largest outreach amongst the rural financial institutions. For the millions of farmers across the country, cooperatives are facilitators of a better tomorrow, and BIRD always believed in the power of the cooperatives. To better use the cooperative outreach, BIRD set up the Center for Professional Excellence in Cooperative or CPEC. CPEC ensures availability of professional staff with the cooperatives for efficient delivery of banking and financial services.
Center for Professional Excellence in Cooperatives, CPEC commonly called, is an offshoot of Reform and Revival package of cooperatives rolled across the country by Government of India, and NABARD was asked to create an independent, member-driven and also the member-centric organization which will give quite a lot of maybe impetus to the training of the people to make the cooperators very professional. In that context, the CPEC has been established in BIRD campus by taking the distilled inputs from the ADG of Germany, which is a cooperative training establishment, and also CERTIF of Indonesia, which does quite a lot of training in the rural banks. And now that CPEC has come to such a stage that it started certifying the training establishments and also accrediting their courses. So in the process, a qualitative manpower is being produced who are very professional, and they are helping the cooperatives to go to the next higher level.
We are in the field of providing training to the cooperative bank staff of throughout Tamil Nadu for the last 25 years, and we have stepped into the Silver Jubilee year this year. During all these 22 years, we have been providing training programs, which was in a very conventional way. But after having established this CFEX, main focus was to standardize and accredit and to provide a certification, etc. The activities since the inception of CPEC, the training activities of the entire cooperative training colleges have been totally changed, and we were able to provide a very quality training to the staff of cooperatives throughout India.
This institute has been catering to various organizations in the rural development, particularly the cooperatives, and nearly about 2,000 people and above, they pass through this institute every year as a part of the training. We conduct a variety of programs, and there has been 41 titles that we have. Most of them are applicable to cooperatives. In fact, we got a better support in conducting these programs after we were recognized by BIRD as one of the recognized training institutes for the cooperatives.
BIRD Lucknow is the premier training institution for all of us. Through CPEC, we are sending some of our senior officer staff for a specialized training in the form of City FC. So we have our own training institute in Bangalore, which is catering to the needs of the training requirements of all our officials and non-officials in this structure. For this, we require a trained staff, and these trained staff are being trained through CPEC at BIRD Lucknow. And this CPEC BIRD Lucknow, it will periodically verify the syllabus requirements of training of our various people, and also simultaneously the infrastructure that is required and the type of training that has to be given to these different kind of people.
The wheel is moving, and slowly but most certainly the villages are rising, and BIRD will keep on working till it has not only built competencies but also enabled a vibrant, more prosperous rural India. क्योंकि गांव बढ़ेंगे तो देश बढ़ेगा.